The Weish family was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections and will return to court on June 20th for trial. Farrington Road is currently going through the milling process. That's where the old tar is being scraped up. Angel Simonet says she plans to attend the next Labor on the Block's job fair that will be held here at Doris Johnson Senior High School on Saturday, April 14th. Katsuo has a mix of Bahamian and Japanese foods on the menu for Valentine's Day. And here to tell us more about it is Chef Derek. For some, Easter is not complete without a chocolate tree. But what does it take to make this funny Easter bunny? This is your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Deandre Williamson. Tourism officials say more German visitors are seeking a paradise vacation in the islands of the Bahamas. A new cruise line servicing Freeport and West Palm Beach was launched on Saturday. Bahamas Air now has new direct flights between Bimini and Miami. That was your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Deandre Williamson.
Plans to fix the nagging potholes have begun. Deandre Williamson has an update on the ministry's $10 million road improvement project.
Farrington Road repairs are progressing smoothly following Ministry of Works officials receiving approval from major utility companies to commence paving.
Even though we had Farrington Road scheduled for paving since like the middle of February, we had to wait until Water and Sewage and BTC and I think Cable Bahamas did some additional planned works that they needed to do. So once we got the all clear from them last week, then we started the paving process.
We are milling the surface of Farrington Road, clearing around the boxes to manage the levels so that when we lay asphalt, hopefully on Monday morning, we'll be able to efficiently execute that task.
The Farrington Road Improvement Project is a part of a $10 million initiative to improve roads throughout New Providence. Of that budget, Farrington Road costs
is approximately $730,000.
The road repair project is ongoing and other busy thoroughfares are expected to receive similar treatment. However, the Ministry of Works would like motorists to remain patient because this road will be paved by next Friday.
Several Grand Bahama residents appeared in the magistrate's court today. Deandre Williamson was in court today and filed this report.
50-year-old Hank Weish and his two sons, 21-year-old Brad and 26-year-old Brandon of Hampshire Drive, South Bohemia in Grand Bahama, were charged Thursday with possession of dangerous drugs with intent to supply. Police found the man on March 19th with Indian hemp. The father and his sons were also charged with possession of the proceeds of criminal conduct. On March 19, they were found with $1.3 million, which is suspected to be the proceeds of criminal conduct. The men pleaded not guilty to all charges. They were not granted bail.
Ronnie Charles has been granted permission to remain and work here in the Bahamas. This after a Supreme Court judge handed down his ruling in the controversial matter. Deandre Williamson was in court for the hearing this morning, and she leads us off tonight.
I am, on behalf of Mr. Ronnie Jean Charles, very pleased with the judgment.
Supreme Court Justice Gregory Hilton, in his ruling, allows Bahamas-born Ronnie Jean Charles to legally seek gainful employment in the Bahamas, but has stayed the prior portion of that ruling, requesting the government to grant status to Charles. His attorney Fred Smith says this ruling puts Jean Charles back in the position he was in before he was unlawfully arrested and deported.
Justice Hilton has maintained his judgment, which we consider to be a very powerful statement on constitutional rights. And we, of course, look forward to the appeal. I want to emphasize that this judgment is about due process. It is about immigration following the procedures set out in the Immigration Act, the Criminal Procedure Code, and the Constitution. It's very simple. It's not complicated.
Attorney General Carl Bethel says the ruling is meaningful to the government's public duty.
We are happy on that point that in substance the government is not bound to grant any immediate status pending the resolution of the Court of Appeal hearing in this matter. So, we were directed to do something forthwith and not more than 60 days after his return.
He says once the appeal is over and whether the government wins or not, the issues concerning an applicant's status should be reviewed. However, Attorney Fred Smith urges the Department of Immigration to clean up and stop arresting people who are born in the Bahamas.
And what's Easter without chocolate treats? If you don't love them, your kids will love them. Deandre Williamson tells us more about Easter chocolate treats offered at a local store.
We have here, Rachel, is chocolate Easter egg, chocolate little Easter bunnies.
Easter is the busiest season for Grey Cliff Chocolatier as tourists and locals stop by to experience the luxurious chocolate creations made at the factory.
We sell the Easter eggs, we sell the Easter bunnies, we sell the Easter cards, and you guys can also make up your own baskets. Well, this is one of our custom-made baskets. You guys can come in, make up your own baskets. Like I say, the basket we have inside of here, you pick up what you want, and we price them for you, and we wrap the basket itself. This one here is like $109.
Chocolate Easter eggs, large and small, Grey Cliff has the best of them all. And there's one standing so tall, weighing 30 pounds in all, making some wonder who made that call.
When it came to making this egg, I actually painted it first. So most of our colors most of our food coloring has cocoa butter added to it, all right? And the cocoa butter helps to give it a shine. Okay, so it actually releases off the mold much easier. But with this egg, we have to polish it first because we don't really wash our molds much because the excess chocolate that's inside of it helps to add a shine to the chocolate. All right, so after we polish it and I actually paint the mold itself, and after it's dried, then we'll then place our chocolate inside this. But this particular mold right here will contain a lot of chocolate. I'll have to put about 5 to 6 different layers of chocolate inside this mold.
For ZNS Network News, I'm Deandre Williamson.